What's up guys, Rico here. Well, here we go. AMC stock from the highs of $20 a share back in January and the lows of $5 a share in February. Well, we're back at it again. AMC stock is up to $10 a share as of the time of the recording of this specific video. Do I think that the surge in price in AMC stock is due to the company's fundamentals? Kind of yes and no. But if you ask me, in my personal opinion, do I think that buying into AMC stock right now could bring me some pretty good return on my money? Yes, I do. But again, that is just my personal opinion. But on that note, just allow me to tell you why I think AMC stock is poised to go even higher than it is right now. So let's get into it. Well, when you look at the company balance sheet first, the company has a total asset of somewhere around $12 billion and they have a debt of somewhere around $5.7 billion. A debt ratio is about 50%. Well, that seems to be pretty high, but don't forget the company was able to raise $1.2 billion back in January to be able to stay afloat during these times. And they were able to pay over $600 million toward their debt, which is what brought the current total of their debt to $5.7 billion. So the probability of the company defaulting on its debt anytime soon is not exactly just there yet. Because you know why? Because the company actually can turn this around in a much bigger way. If you ask me, in my personal opinion, I think the company is going to be doing really good. Why? Because the more we are reopening, the more we go through this process of reopening, I think AMC is going to be able to do really good. I can see all the AMC theaters being packed. I mean, just think about it this way. Being able to watching a movie at home, it is one thing. But the difference between watching a movie at home and watching a movie in a theater is the experience. You see, watching a brand new movie in a movie theater with a bunch of different people that you don't know, that right there is really exciting. And the experience is not exactly the same as when you're watching them. Just think about it this way. Watching a game or an NFL game at home with a bunch of different friends, yes, it's pretty cool, it's fun. But it's not the same with the experience that you get when you're watching the same NFL game in the stadium when the game is actually happening. That right there is pretty awesome. So I think the movie theater business is not dead, always coming back even stronger than it used to be. Second, here's another thing. There is a report that just came out at Webush of an analyst updating the price target of AMC stock from $2.5 a share to $5 a share. Well, I know it's below the price at which AMC stock is right now, but that is not the point. The point here is they think, or at least the analyst that put out this report, he's thinking that before they were thinking the company was worth $2.5, but now they actually start to think that it could be worth, or at least the price target is $5. That's double the price than what they initially thought. So if you actually think about it for a second, that actually right there means the company has the potential to turn this situation around and come out to the other side really successful. But here's one thing. I know the analyst is not just gonna go crazy and give us a huge price target. They have to stay much more conservative and pretty close to the company's fundamentals, so that way it would make much more sense so they don't go above and away. But here's one thing. If you ask me, to be honest, only a handful of companies that actually follows their own fundamentals, or at least their price is within the fundamentals, because a lot of the companies out there, or most of the stocks out there, they're either overvalued or undervalued. And honestly, not really all the stocks actually follow all the fundamentals. It just have to make sense to whoever who's buying into it. Just saying. And well, here's one more important thing. AMC stock is one of the heavily shorted stock out there, just like GameStop. So when I hear heavily shorted stock, I mean, that makes it a really attractive stock to buy. Anyway, let's jump into this chart just real quick so I can show you exactly why I think AMC stock has the possibility to go even higher than where it is right now. But before we do, please smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you get videos just like this one every single time we post them. So let's dive into it. All right, here I've got the chart of AMC stock pulled up right now so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. If you go all the way back to January, you can see when this frenzy all started, we went all the way up and then we crashed all the way down in the $5 area. And now here we are. But here's one important thing that I want you to look at. See, when we came back down, by the way, each candle here represent a day. When we came back right down, this green line right here represent the 20 EMA, means exponential moving average. As you can see, this is where we passed this level, and then the red line is a 40 EMA, it's a 40 exponential moving average. This line, the red line here, acted as a support level for quite a while. As you can see, we've been bouncing on this one, but we haven't even we were not able to cross above the green line, which is a 20 EMA. That means the price was kind of going between this, but as you can see, we were kind of going into a squeeze where it's like we were kind of going down as if the candles were getting squeezed as we're moving here, and as you see that, we started breaking out. But here's one of the most important candles that was printed back on February 23rd. This one is like an ice cream candle, more like a hammer. This candle started showing signs of bullish momentum. And as you can see, even if you look down here on my MACD, we started having a change right around when this candle started printing, because you can see we were down into the red, kind of, the bearish momentum. But then when we got right here, things started to change. We started turning green, and then the next candle opened higher. But here's what happened. See, we went up, but then we reached this resistance level. Where do I get this line? See, if you go all the way back here, you can see where this line is from. So this was one of the levels at which that we bounced back, but we never crossed it. And then we came back down before we did. So because we tested this level for the second time, it becomes a resistance level. And you can see we could not pass that level the next day because we went down. And then we tested it again, and then we tested it again, and then we test for the next few days. We kept testing the same line. We came back down, and guess where we came back to support? The line, the 20 EMA that used to be a resistance, now became a support that we bounced back on it. And now look what happened. We went up, and then our next candle, this candle that got printed today, opened above the resistance and closed above the resistance level. So this is pretty exciting. This is one of the first things that you can look at and be like, okay, we are poised to go up. But here's another thing. You see these dots right here? These are my parabolic SAR. If we go all the way back, you can see every single time the parabolic SAR are above the candles, the stock is going down. But every single time they reverse and they go below the candle, the stock shoots up. As you can see, after we shoot up back in January, here, they have been above because when we came down, they reversed, and they've been above for quite a while. And you can see how the stock has been performing for that particular time. And then all the way for pretty much a whole month straight. And guess what? We just reversed because now the dot is below here. So where do you think that AMC is going to? Do you think it's going to go down? Or do you think it actually has the potential to go up? Even though I can look right here and see that AMC is about to announce their earnings, I think as of right now, it's really not going to matter that much because we're just starting to reopen. And they have just started to reopen their theaters in many different places like New York. But when you look at the AMC stock where it's sitting right now and what just happened, you can tell my 20 EMA is above my 40 EMA, and the 50 moving average is above the 150 moving average. You can see my MACD right here is showing that it's in the green. The RSI is coming up. Even my implied volatility It's showing signs of increasing, and it's showing that the volume into the stock is actually increasing more, and we have flipped, or we have moved the parabolic star. The dots are now below my candle. This is telling me there is a bullish momentum. Does this mean that's what this is a product of the company fundamentals behind it? Remember what I said. Most of the time, a lot of the stocks, really, to be honest, they don't exactly print the price of what the company's fundamentals are. And most of the time, they're either overvalued or undervalued. It is what it is. And as of right now, even though it seems like AMC is overvalued, but do you think just because it is overvalued, it's supposed to pull back? I don't think so. In my opinion, again, this is just my personal opinion, I think it is actually poised to go even higher. And the next point where I think it might go, hey, guess what? Do I think it might go all the way to $20? Yes, there is a possibility for AMC stock to reach again $20. Do I think it could even cross that level? Guess what? Nothing is impossible at this point. We've seen it all. We've seen it with GameStop. We've seen it with especially stocks that have been heavily shorted. They are just too sweet. They are just too attractive. Everybody wants a piece of it. Just saying. Anyway, you can see here there is some potentials, and that's what I think. That's why I told you at the beginning of this video that I think that getting or buying into AMC, would that bring me a pretty good return on my money? Yes, I think so. Do I think I should go pretty long on it? That's your decision to make. For me, I can do short term. I can do whatever that I think is good for me. But for right now, I'm pretty much thinking that I'm getting a good deal because it could move in the right direction where I want it to be. And make some pretty good profit on my money. So that was the guide that I wanted to share with you today. And again, this is my personal opinion. This is what I think. This is my own analysis of what I think about AMC stock and where I think it's going, where it is right now, and what it might be able to do in the future. So thank you guys for watching the video again. I hope you love this content, and you can leave us a thumbs up. And if you do have any other questions, please post them in the comment below. Tell us what you think about AMC stock. Tell us if you're bullish or if you're bearish. Just let's share your opinion and show us what you think or your personal analysis about the stock. So thanks guys. For me, will see you in my next video. Thank you.